Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. You are watching English Prime Time. I'm Chipen Kung. Now these are the top stories. Ravi has left Nagaland in the afternoon hours on Tuesday after serving as Nagaland governor for more than 2 years. Prior to his departure from Nagaland, the governor was accorded a guard of honor. Ravi has been appointed as governor of Tamil Nadu. Nagaland government appeals to Confederation of Nagaland Chamber of Commerce and Industry to reconsider its call for statewide closure on September 16. NPF Legislature Party leader T.R. Ziliang on Tuesday lauded the decision to appoint A.K. Mishra as interlocutor for Naga peace talks. Ziliang optimistic that the new appointee would bring about good outcome in the Naga peace talks. NPF Legislature Party leader T.R. Ziliang has informed that the joint meeting of PDA Independent and NPF legislators would be conducted on 18th September 2021. The Supreme Court has slammed the center over delay in filling the vacancies in tribunals. Center was given 2 weeks' time to appoint as per list of persons recommended by the Search and Selection Committee. And now the news in details. Former Nagaland Governor Ravi left Nagaland in the afternoon hours on Tuesday. Ravi has been appointed as the governor of Tamil Nadu. The former governor has shouldered the responsibility as Nagaland governor for more than 2 years, starting from 1st August 2019 till 9th September 2021. Ravi was an IPS officer of 1976 batch from Kerala and retired as Special Director in Intelligence Bureau in 2012. He took charge as interlocutor of Naga peace talks between NSE and IM and Government of India in 2014. A Nagaland Peace Accord was signed during his stint in August 2015. Prior to his departure from Nagaland, the governor was accorded a guard of honor. Ravi, in his last words to Nagaland TV before boarding his flight to Delhi was, "God bless Nagaland."
Someone got here. Take officer. Clean and good. So on your leg. Releasing the way. Come on.
Sir, since you are leaving Nagaland, any message for the Nagas?
God bless Nagaland.
Any message for the Nagas?
God bless Nagaland.
Sir, since you are leaving Nagaland, any message for the Nagas?
God bless Nagaland.
Today, we are here at Dimapur Airport for the stand-up program of Governor Shri R.N. Ravi. He has reached Dimapur at around 1:40 p.m. He was received with a guard of honor. Shri Tovihoto IME, TGB Nagaland, DC Dimapur, and all the high-rank officials were also present. Fortunately, Nltv got the opportunity to ask just one question, which was, any message to the Nagas? To which he replied, God bless Nagaland, and he left.
The Nagaland government appealed to the Confederation of Nagaland Chamber of Commerce and Industry to reconsider its call for statewide closure of all shops and business establishments on September 16 on Tuesday. The government urged the traders' body to extend support and cooperation to its departments in tackling the menace of illegal taxation and for assisting in further improving the ease of doing business in the state. Earlier, the CNCCI called for a statewide shutdown of all businesses in the state on September 16 to show solidarity with the call of Dimapur Chamber of Commerce and Industry for closure of all shops and business establishments in Dimapur to protest against multiple taxations by the Naga political groups and government agencies. NPF Legislature Party leader T.R. Ziliang has informed that the joint meeting of PDA, Independent and NPF legislators would be held on September 18th at the State Banquet Hall, Kohima. The proposed all-party government would be finalized during the meeting. Ziliang stated that the motive behind the coming together of all parties is to bring solution for the long-pending Naga political issue. The outgoing Governor Ravi in his outgoing speech said that the people of Nagaland will stand for peace and prosperity and urges the youth to embrace and practice truth and peace. The youth should stand for truth and peace and refrain from violence and deceit. The future of Nagaland is in the hands of today's youth, and the Governor concluded the speech saying, "Build the Nagaland of your dreams." Naga regiment soldiers of the Indian Army performed a traditional dance in Russia during a cultural evening organized by #Indian Army contingent at multinational exercise Zapad 2021 in Russia. Naga Students Union Rajasthan elected its new executives through the annual general body meeting AGPM-COM election held on September 10, 2021 at the Heritage Hostel Hotel, Lalbura for the tenure 2021-2022. Chief guest of the event was Pakwan Shekhawat, Army Colonel retired, Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee Secretary, and the Naga Students Union Delhi former President Hinodo B. Awumi also attended the meeting. The meeting was attended by 80 Nagas. However, due to non-availability of the candidates in Executive Council Assistant General Secretary, Public Relations Secretary, Social and Cultural Secretary posts, while in Assembly Affairs, Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Assembly Secretary, and Assembly Deputy Secretary are declared vacant. Former Nagaland Governor Ravi has conceived to set up a 100-room patients hostel facility in Dimapur to mitigate the problem of people coming from remote areas for medical treatment. According to a Raj Bhavan statement released in Twitter, Ravi has been concerned about people coming from remote areas of Nagaland to Dimapur for medical treatment and unavailability of affordable lodging facilities. Furthermore, Ravi expressed gratitude to the Union Minister of Power, Raj Kumar Singh, who agreed to meet the cost of the project. It is to be mentioned that, as instructed by the Governor, the DC Dimapur has tentatively located the land and has been tasked to prepare the building plan and management of the patients' hostel. Dr. Kekuko Muru, president of CNCCI, in his interview with Nltv today expressed his thoughts regarding the closure of shops on September 16 and what led the Confederation of Nagaland Chamber of Commerce and Industry to take this drastic step by closing down all the business establishments. Dr. Muru stated that the closure of establishments is mandatory since the redressal letter from the government regarding their demand has not been satisfactory, and all those have been affecting the business community by paying taxes to several factions and other important issues. Our reporter Kelesel Tetsio will take us through the report.
Those 2 points. Number one is on the issue of taxation. The taxation is not only within Dimapur, but it's a whole Nagaland issue. And therefore we have requested government to re-examine it and then bring out a solution, all Nagaland solution and not Dimapur specific. So we stand by it. Number two is we have been saying that 80% to 70 to 80% of revenues that runs the municipal town councils and ad hoc town councils, the revenues are generated through business community in terms of trade license, sanitation tax, toll tax, passenger auto tax or minibus tax, whatever. So in varied ways they collect taxes or fees from the business community to run the civic bodies. Whereas all those rates fixation are done without the presence of the business community while taking decision. Not only that, but even on rate fixation on items. For example, you have the wholesale price of potato may be around 10 rupees. And what happens is, unless the municipal council understands what is the actual rate, wholesale rate, how can they fix the retail price? So there are certain...
Zakato Aye is a youth from Dimapur who previously worked in Pune but was forced to come back home because of the pandemic. Since then, Zakato Aye started a food delivery service company, Yaya Foodie Service, in Dimapur, where they provide deliveries from several hostels and restaurants to the mass. In Dimapur, Yaya Foodie Service is bent on providing job opportunities for unemployed youth. This service is available only in Dimapur and has been running for 2 to 3 weeks now. In his message, Zakato urges the Naga youth not to rely on government jobs but look out for other job opportunities as well and work on one's talents and make it a profession. Yaya Foodie app is available in Play Store and in iOS as well.
Manu karne bhi ini alternate ekta thakibo lage to itu karne ini babi sahi na ini ini itu libi kursabo ina ona ini ita unemployed youth kiman ase itu an karne bhi ini ekta mon job create kurdibo koina ekta bhavna kona itu start kurala ase
apni to Pune de ki kodaise
moi Pune de B2B business koin B2B industry koina tate kam kodakshe
aru icha apni to business startup kurala do itla naam ki ase aru actually to ki ase ami viewers kan galo jana
अच्छा अच्छा itu mon la itu food delivery service tu Yaya Foodie service ase to itu tu app ekta ase itu mon itu say like Swiggy Zomato kan nisna itu customer kan sob tade bar kiba kuro bare order kuro bare hina kona hoy itu ase
to kiman lamba hoise to start korne apni
mon itu launch kurna ita 2-3 week jaise to ita tak tu ini balwai jaise mon order kan bi ini aha start hoise
how many restaurants in all are you
right now there is like around 20 to 30 restaurants in our
within Dimapur.
Within Dimapur, yeah. This service is only for within Dimapur. Yeah.
So apni ki congratulate korasi to apni bara inika aro ekta khushi paini janai de ase ki Naga youth khan karne bi apni na ekla karne noine job opportunity like I think for delivery boys or ini kiwa ekta thako hola so itorne bi apni ke thanks de ase mohan aro anything like Naga youths khan ge kiwa ekta message pass kurle mon ja ase apni
hoy Naga youth khan hoy ini ama baba khan la mindset tu hoy man government job hi ekdam kiba ase government job hi lobby government job hi thik tak ase to libi ama baba la kotha bi thik ase libi government job is not only a job man ini man mala deki talent ase tade ulai na nijor bi kuro pare aru ina ona there is lot of opportunities in Nagaland in the varieties of field man tade ekta ini kiba ekta invest kurna ini chutumutu libi chutumutu probably start kurna kurse gule do bishi man government job pra bhi bhal.
The Navi Mumbai Metro will have the smallest trains with 3 cars, expandable to 6 coaches in the state. The trials for the metro line are being conducted by Research Design and Standards Organization (RDSO), and the partial opening may happen as early as December. In an exclusive interview with Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee, Vice Chairman and MD of City and Industrial Development Corporation (CIDCO), shone a light on the progress made so far. He said the Navi Mumbai Metro will be linked to 3 railway stations, including 2 from the local network, for seamless integration. Government officials' Vigilance Cell Division comprising 10 DSSP, 5 inspectors and other staff conducted simultaneous raids on the houses and properties of the Anganwadi worker Kapita Matan of Goradakanda in Odisha and seized assets worth over rupees 4 crore from her possession. Raids conducted in Bhubaneswar at 6 places in Khorda, Gendabra and Jagatsinghpur district on Tuesday. As many as 4 buildings, including 1 4-storied building, 1 triple-storied building and 2 double-storied buildings at Bhubaneswar. 14 numbers of plots, including 10 plots at Bhubaneswar, 3 plots at Dalakusuma, Jagatsinghpur and 1 plot at Balianda, Khorda. 1 4-wheeler, 3 numbers of 2-wheelers, insurance deposits over 2.2 lakh, gold ornaments weighing approximately 212 grams worth over 6.36 rupees lakh and other movable and immovable properties, all totaling to over rupees 4 crore, have been unearthed during the house search by the time the news was written, while further search was underway. India's public service broadcaster Doordarshan celebrates its 62nd foundation day today. Doordarshan was established on September 15, 1959. The starting of Doordarshan marked the emergence of a new era in the Indian television space. On the occasion of its foundation day, the network asked people to share their media rights with the channel with their memories. The Goods and Services Tax Council, which will meet in Lucknow on Friday, is likely to discuss bringing petrol, diesel and other petroleum products under its ambit. If the proposal is accepted, it will lead to a drastic reduction in central and state levels on petrol and diesel and bring down consumer prices of automobile fuels substantially. According to a report, this may bring petrol price to rupees 75 per litre and diesel to rupees 68 per litre. The matter will be brought before the Council for discussion on September 17, as per the direction of the Kerala High Court that had in June issued directions to decide on including petrol and diesel under the ambit of GST. 70 children suffering from fever and respiratory problems have been admitted to the Siliguri District Hospital in Siliguri, where most of the patients are below 5 months old. This comes day after 150 children with similar symptoms were admitted to the Jalpaiguri District Hospital. According to Dr. Subir Pomik, head of the Pediatric Department of Siliguri District Hospital and President, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Siliguri branch said 70 children admitted in the pediatric wards are currently undergoing treatment. Furthermore, the doctor said possibilities of a new outbreak could be prevented better through COVID protocols.
Siliguri District Hospital. At the same time, I am President of Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Siliguri branch. Situation is very worse. Number of patients admitted in the ward is now 3 times of the normal, and the ward is very much congested, and small babies are coming with respiratory problem, respiratory distress, fever, and we are trying to support all of them, but we are not having in such a position to manage a huge number of patients like this. In the previous month, indoor admission was almost around 10 per day. Now, previous month it was around 100. Now it is around 300, and last day it was 350. So there is a huge increase in the number of patients. Right now, around 70 children are admitted in the pediatric ward, and of them, most of them are below 5 months. I think this is another virus apart from COVID and dengue. That virus which can cause respiratory infection, which can cause bronchitis. At the
The 21st meeting of Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO Council of State will be held in Tajikistan, Dushanbe, on September 17. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually address the plenary session of the summit. The meeting will be chaired by Tajikistan's President Emomali Rahmon. External Affairs Minister S. J. Shankar will represent India in Dushanbe. SCO is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. It will be the first SCO summit being held in a hybrid format and the fourth summit that India will participate as a full-fledged of the SCO. At the summit, leaders are expected to review organization's activities over the past 2 decades and discuss the state and prospects of future cooperation. The summit will be attended by the leaders of the SCO member states, observer states, Secretary General of the SCO, Executive Director of the SCO Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure, RATS, and other invited guests. The single dose of COVID-19 vaccine Sputnik Light has received approval from the Subject Expert Committee (SEC) of the Drugs Controller General of India (DCGI) today to conduct Phase 3 breaching trials in India. The committee noted that the firm has presented the safety and immunogenicity along with the longevity of the antibodies, which gives a measure of resistance of antibodies in the participants. The statement added, according to Sputnik Light makers, the vaccine has shown an efficacy of 79.4%. If the jab is approved in India, the Sputnik Light could be the first single-dose vaccine to be used in the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the new Defence Ministry Office complex on Thursday. The Defence Ministry Office, which houses close to 7,000 employees and many other organizations, is set to move to new complexes on Africa Avenue and Kasturba Kandi Marg Office Complex on Africa Avenue is a 7-story space which will house the offices of only the Defence Ministry, while the 8-story buildings on Kasturba Kandi Marg will be used to temporarily accommodate officers till their new offices are being built at the Central Secretariat Complex. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has carried out the construction of the new office complexes as part of the Central Vista project at a cost of Rs 775 crore provided by the Defence Ministry. Under the Central Vista plan, the Prime Minister's residence will be shifted behind the existing South Block complex. The Delhi government on Wednesday banned the storage, sale and use of firecrackers in the national capital during the Diwali season due to concerns over hazardous air pollution levels. The Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, took to social media to write, just like last year, there will be a complete ban on storage, sale and bursting of all kinds of firecrackers this year too, in the wake of the situation of pollution in Delhi during Diwali in the last 3 years. The United Nations said on Tuesday that 4 million Afghans are facing a food emergency since its takeover by the Taliban. Afghanistan has been facing cash crunch, with global aids freezing and daily limits set on withdrawal from bank accounts. According to report, most of the Taliban fighters have not received money in months. Most of the countries have refused to recognize the Taliban regime, which officially calls the country Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. And so cash is barely trickling in. In such a scenario, Afghanistan's economy has been crumbling and prices soaring. It has been estimated that 97% of Afghanistan population could soon go below the poverty line. District Administration Police, TRPO volunteers and ward authorities conducted a surprise checking on the sale of expired goods at Nagaland town today, in which the team seized and destroyed goods amounting to lakhs of rupees. In regard to that, the authorities warned the concerned shopkeepers of stern action and prohibited for further sale of such expired goods to citizens. And that's all for now. For more news and updates, keep watching Nagaland TV. This is me, Chipen Kung, signing off.